Alright, this one here, the DB66 by Boss. Again, very similar to the DB88, just kind of an older model of it. Like I said, I've had this all the way through college. It really got me out of a lot of problems, you know, with timing and tempo and stuff like that. I had a band teacher back in the day that, boy, he used to really get on me about the tempo and making sure that I was, you know, keeping a steady beat. So I had to go out and buy this metronome just to kind of keep on top of things and make sure that my tempo was really, really good. So I'd practice with this for hours. But as you see right here, it's got the volume, it's got the beat level to let you know where beat one's going to fall at. You can kind of lower that if you need to. It has the quarter notes, the eighth notes, the sixteenths, and the triplets. Again, they're all sliders. Then you have your beat up and down. You have your A440 you can tune with this as well. And then you have your tap tempo, which is the blue button here. You can tap in a tempo. Okay, right now I have the metronome going at 70 beats per minute. We're in 4/4 time, and this lets me know where the beats are. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And let's say I wanted to start a tempo at a particular song that I was listening to and wanted to find out that actual tempo. With this tap tempo button, all I have to do is flip the switch, tap the tempo of the song, basically click 4 times, and the 5th one that I click will actually tell me the tempo of the song. So let's say the song is da 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 da. So right now it's about 131. So now I set the metronome back to metronome and hit the blue button to start it. And there's the tempo of that particular tune. It was about 131, say 130, give or take. So there you go. That's what the tap tempo does on this. Alright, the Boss DR880, this is a drum machine, but it also has the feature of plugging a guitar or bass into it, so it has built-in sounds. There's probably a lot of videos on a demonstration of how this goes, but again, drum machines are great for drummers as well. They can be used as a metronome, but they can also be used as a lot more. You can actually program patterns and rock beats into this. Plus there's already ones that are preset, and you can actually play along with this with your drum set, and actually it'd be like a second drummer playing along with them to help you keep time and tempo and stuff like that. But that's basically what this is in a nutshell. I'll come and kind of demonstrate this down the road, and maybe one of my next videos we'll talk about this, what it does. But again, it's an overgrown metronome with a lot more features that that no matter what kind of metronome you get, you're not going to be able to get what this has in it unless you get a drum machine or something of this quality. So anyway, that's what the DR880 is. And again, this is by Boss. It's a really good one. Very, very cool patterns. All sorts. I think there's over 500 patterns on this thing. Rock beats, jazz, funk, fusion, you name it, it's got it. So that's what this is. Okay, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to have the metronome set on 120 beats a minute. I've got the quarter note set as my slider is all the way up, and I'm going to start the metronome, kind of get a feel of how it sounds, what the tempo is actually sounding like, and then I would actually play along with this on my practice pad. So I'd listen for it. Or let's say I wanted to practice the long roll, double stroke roll, which would sound like this. If I wanted to hear a little faster, I'd throw on the eighth notes. Now it sounds like eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, let's say I want to go 16th notes, hear what that sounds like. And then again play 16th notes with the long roll, doing left, left, right, right. Listening for it. Remember, that's my first quarter note, eighth notes. Okay, if you want to hear what it sounds like again with different voices.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4 and 1 and 2 and.
Alright, so that's kind of what that sounds like. Again, we can do triplets. Here's what the triplets sound like.
1, 2.
Whoops. Let me get it back to voice. Okay, and here's what triplets will sound like. This is 120 beats a minute. This is what triplets would sound like. And that's basically it. Here's 16th notes. Okay. Okay, right now I'd like to talk about doing single strokes and double strokes. This is an exercise that I like to practice. Kind of keeps my mind really going with the coordination and really helps out with timing. So one of the things, I usually set the metronome on 120, which is a marching tempo, and let it go for a little bit, feel it, and then I'll start playing quarter notes right with the beat. And then after a while I'll switch it to eighth notes. Sixteenths. Go back to quarters, playing single strokes, doubles, singles, doubles, singles, so hopefully that's what a metronome does for you. It really helps you keep your timing. Really helps you kind of keep the coordination and all of that things in perspective. Sometimes if you're practicing, maybe something you know, if you want to kind of see how fast you can get things with the metronome, you can actually monitor your speed level. Let's say over 2 or 3 weeks, you're playing at 120, and maybe down the road you want to get it to 200. Well, it takes time to go from those, but at least with the metronome, you have a way to monitor your progress as you're playing along with your metronome.